So I know it's been only a couple of years since we did a Livescope settings video, but in a couple of years, you know, I've learned quite a bit. So we kind of wanted to go over it. So what I've done, I did it in the shop. That way it'd be easier to see the screens. And also, you know, I can put it in simulator mode right here and compare pretty much factory settings, which is what we have now. What we're going to do is go through and change it, and you're going to see the difference. So we'll just start on this unit right here. Just remember that this is our factory settings for the most part. This is what you'll get if you put the unit on pretty much straight out of the box. So the first thing you're going to notice is that the screen is cluttered with the grid. And for people that's new with the grid or new with Livescope, I would probably leave it on for a little while because it gives you a measurement, you know, of how you just match the two lines. 45 and 30, you know how deep and how far to cast. So I would leave it for a little bit until you get comfortable with the distance. After a while using Livescope, you won't need the grid. So the first thing that we're going to go do, we're going to turn that off, the grid. This is how I would set it. See how much cleaner it just makes the picture? I mean, it takes, that you can compare. So this is how far I'm going to look out. Okay, you're forward shooting. That really depends on how you're fishing. I'd say on the average, mine's 80. All right, if I'm just going down kind of hunting, searching. You know, if I was somewhere, if I was like the Great Lakes or somewhere fishing rocks that were close, you know, you might squeeze it in a little bit, or if you're crappie fishing, you know, with a long pole, which is, looks what this guy right here just did on the simulator mode, then you might go shorter. But 80 is probably my norm. On as far as the depth, you can see it's an auto, and you can see it switching back and forth. Like that's the last thing that I want it to do whenever I'm looking at a fish, is for it to switch. So I go in and change that to whatever depth that you're fishing. So, you know, you always want to keep it 10 or 15 feet above what you're fishing. That way you get a good reading of the bottom. And then our gain, this is probably one of the questions that comes up, you know, more than the rest of them, is what gain do I set it on? There's not a setting that you have to leave it on. You know, like there's not a magic number. It depends on bottom composition, the water. It depends on your transducer, really. I mean, so you have to play with it. You can see how clean. This has got a little bit of fuzz. So what I like to do, like not every time I put the trolling motor down, but a lot, is I'll raise it up to where the screen gets cluttered, and then I start backing it down to where I have just a little bit of that. That way I know that I'm seeing everything. All right, so those are the on-screen settings. So now we're going to go into some other stuff and change it. Pretty much these right here, your first button is your on-screen settings. Transmit, so if you're out there and say you all of a sudden you want to move up and flip bushes, and you're like, I want to turn that off, or just for some reason you want to turn it off, that's all you do is on, off. We're going to go into sonar setup, appearance. All right. So the color gain, I like to run mine up pretty hot. And what that does is it makes things pop out, like the smaller things, mainly your bait, and it makes some of these bigger fish like really show up. 70-ish, but you can see if you get it too high, it just gets too hot. Like it takes a lot of the definition out. So let's just set that at 75 is good. Go back in. Color limit, I leave that at default. All right, it always seems like when I go to change that, the best setting is default. Trails I leave off, bottom fill I leave off, back. So that's all of our appearance, the layout. All of that is good. All of those are pretty, other than the grid overlay, is good. Noise reject, medium. Ghost reject, auto. TBG off. You know, I know that some guys are running low and all of that, but that's pretty much what what I set it on. And that's really it. I do want to hit on one thing. I'm going through the whole screen. Installation. I see a lot of posts out there where guys are like, hey, my screen's doing this, like it's wavy and things like that. Mine doesn't do that very often, but the first thing that I want to do is I want to make sure that I'm in the orientation that I want to be, forward or perspective. But the next thing is I'm not going to do it, but I want to calibrate compass. And what that does is it kind of it settles that transducer back down. It takes 25 seconds to calibrate the compass. You just hit that button, calibrate, you spin your boat a time or two, and it recalibrates. So the only thing that we really haven't covered that we need to is the color. All right. This is probably the most popular color that I see other guys using, and it's a good color. The problem that I get with this color is when the sun gets really bright, like right over the top of you, I just lose. You know, it's hard to see a lot of that stuff. So I run mine on. I like floodlight. There's just something about it, like I can see it. All right, even with the sun bright, especially with that color gain up like it is. So one thing I do want to show you is I think we have 16 color palettes. Color palettes are like sunglasses. Everybody's different. What I see, what works best for me may not work for you and vice versa, but we're in floodlight here, and you can already see the difference in our picture. I mean, you see kind of how like overwhelming that screen is with the grid. You know, you can still see the fish good, but ours over here with the settings, they just pop out a little bit. One more little trick, all right? We're talking about the color palettes and stuff like that. Even though you go to this screen, the appearance screen, and you have, I think it's 16 different colors, you can also play with those colors and change them through your color mode settings. See, it's auto, night colors. And you can set that up. I got messed up. Set up night colors. These are full colors, greens. I mean, you can change a lot of that. Like if you're in really low light, say it's cloudy or something like that, you can change a lot of that just by your settings on your backlight there. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And like I said, you can see the difference. Other than those settings, that's all I play with. So I hope that helps, and I appreciate you guys riding along.